This is a shortened version of our Monday class focusing on Skandasana skater pose, which is kind of a half squat. With that in mind, you might decide that you need, if you've got one, a wedge and blocks. Certainly lots of squats involved. So at any point you can take a rest, at any point you can adjust. You don't need to go all the way down to the floor. And at any point you can just say no. It's also fine. Did I say this is going to be a shortened flow? Yeah, I think I did. So let's start on our backs. Oh, I've got a cup of tea with me. We just come into a little rest. And once you've found some space on your spine, and maybe you've had a little bit of a wriggle, and that really wonderful sensation where the breath just naturally goes deeper. Just have a little play inside. And because we're going to do some pretty intense things, we just really take time now just to settle in. And that commitment to tuning in. So at any point we can choose whether we adjust, modify, or lift. Let go. For now, just a very, very gentle pitch. And so one leg comes, knee bends, ankle on top of thigh. And then just so many options here. If you just want to stay in rock, great. You want to reach the hands onto the sole of the foot and have a little massage. I warn you though, when you start, you don't want to move, you don't want to stop. Because we're going to do quite a lot of balancing. Just have a little feel of the feet and a feel of the toes as well. And then last couple of breaths, whatever pigeon you're in. And you can just gently swap over. And this side might need something really different. So maybe when you come into it, it just feels like it needs something new, something that the original side didn't. And again, if you are feeling the feet, and don't forget the toes, it's really nice, I think, just to kind of press each individual toe. They tend to get a little bit confused, or my toes do, and think they're just one big block. It's nice to separate and segment them. And the last two breaths will be on. And then you can gently replace that foot. And then we come into our first Malasana shape. It's the nicest one of the whole class. So all we're going to do is take the feet a little bit wider than hip distance and just turn the toes out a little bit. And then just smooch the knees in until they stop. And we hug them in with our hands so we get a sense of where our range of motion is. And then when you're there, just notice what is stopping you, if anything, from going deeper. So for me, it's not a sensation of stretch, it's actually a sensation of the front of the thighs. So possibly psoas, maybe rectum. And it just feels a little bit kind of crunchy in there, like things are running into things on a really simple way. And it just feels a little bit congested. And that's where I've got most sensation. So it's not a stretch going through glutes or back or hamstrings. It's very much the front of the hip that's preventing any further depth, and that's fine. If that's the same for you, you can always just try and make it a little bit narrower or a little bit wider, and then have a little play with turnout. And if that eases things, great, and if not, fine. And then we just notice where we get with this hand pushing in. And then we attempt just to stay here, but without the hands drawing us in. So we attempt a little bit of muscle activation to hold us in that particular position. And then just see where you are there. Imagine the feet are pressing through the floor, so just like Malasana. And we try and keep our spine from rounding too. Hands wherever. You can come out of this and come back in as you please, or you might decide just to lift the sacrum and the lower spine off of the ground as you curl in. Last couple here. And then just allow the soles of the feet to meet earth. Hello. And it's probably going to feel really nice to shoot the hips up after we've done all of that kind of crunching in and that, I can't think of the word. Who knows? But anyway, bridge is going to feel really nice here. Folding at the hip. You can spend as long here as you want. As you can see, I'm kind of just doing some little side to side and little twist movements. But if you prefer, you can pop down and lift back up, whatever works. And then whatever you're doing, do the last couple. And then we can gently. So I hope the microphone didn't catch that. That's the only thing with being bare skin on a rubber mat. Well, actually, this is cork. All right, from here, come to a sit. We're going to do some cross sit get-ups, which is a move, not move. But it's really good for strengthening the muscles that we need for Malasana. If you're used to doing cross sit get-ups, amazing, you might not need a block. Otherwise, if you're totally new, I suggest at least 2 blocks, maybe even 6. And all we're going to do is find our way into a cross-legged position on a block. And then just allow the feet, so we've got some sole of the feet, some parts of the sole of the feet on the ground. Because from here we want to come to a stand. So we need to start to rock. And we're just going to notice the weight is kind of in our hips at the moment, and that needs to come forward. So that rock is going to help us come forward, but at some point we need to push down with the feet, find our balance and lift up. You can take as long as you wish with this, and it might be that you stay here and just rocking is perfect. Otherwise, there's that little forward motion. You find your balance, push in from the feet, come all the way up. To come down, same idea, hips go back. Arms counterbalance you as they come forward, knees bend. Hopefully the block has not been moved. And keep going with that. If you are lifting another 5 lifts off the block or not, once you've done those 5, we're going to swap legs. Not to confuse you, but it's nice to exhale on the way down, to take a breath and inhale when you find your bum on the floor. And then exhale to lift back up. Inhale. Exhale to descend. Inhaling. Exhale to ascend. Inhaling. And exhale. Hopefully that's given you enough time to do those 5. When you're ready, other cross of legs. So whichever leg was front, now goes behind. And same thing. 10 to 1, the leg that you chose to put forward is going to be the leg that's a bit more naturally able to work with this move. So crossing the legs in the opposite way, you might find a little bit more challenging. Inhaling as we pause. Exhale to lift. Inhaling at the top. Exhale to level. Inhale as we pause. Exhale. It's at this point, if I was teaching you guys in a live class, I would stop this and come and check everyone out. But really, it's because it's horrible. I haven't got that excuse now. I think last one. Once you've done 5 on each side or as many as feels comfortable, have a little check-in. Pop the hands onto the mat, knees onto the mat. Just allow cat-cow to ripple through. If any little shapes happen as you cat-cow, go with it. Take the last couple before we come into our first downward facing dog. Feet up, feet down rather, bum up. Have a little shift around and downward facing dog. Very nice. On an inhale, as you look forward, and as you exhale, forward fold. Inhale, have a little pause, just find your length. Exhale, drop the head, your jaw. Inhale, flat back. We're going to take 3 half salutes. Exhaling, chair. Push all the way through the feet as you come up. Samastiti, standing salute. And exhale as the hands find their way, heart and inhale. Adjust the feet so it makes sense for Malasana. This is a great time to grab your blocks, wedge rather, or whatever you might need. And on an exhale, send the hips back, knees bend, and we come all the way back into Malasana. Keep the knees really, really wide. On that inhale, we press through those toes and we lift all the way up. I don't know why I got so excited saying toes. Exhale all the way back down. Inhale as the arms adjust and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, same thing, flat back. Exhaling, chair. Inhale, lift all the way up, Samastiti. And exhale as the hands find their way into the heart. Inhale, we adjust the feet, take the arms wide. And exhale, we revisit Malasana. Knees stay wide, feet connect, toes connect all the way down. When we get there, once again, knees stay wide as we come back up. And then exhale, Malasana. All right, from here, inhale, arms, exhale, forward fold. Keep the feet where they are, but just stay here for an inhale as we take a little bit of pause. On the exhale, we're going to come back into Malasana and just do a few different ways of coming in and out of Malasana. So exhale, hips come back. Malasana. On an inhale, we're going to come into chair, but with the feet wider and turned out. So inhale, push through the feet. Chair. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, arms. Exhale, forward fold, so feet haven't changed. Inhale as we pause here. Exhale, we're going to re-bend the knees, come back into Malasana. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, that chair Malasana. So attempting to straighten up the legs. Exhale, Malasana. Inhale, arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as we pause, almost there. Exhale, bend the knees, come back in, Malasana. From here, we want to see if we can find our way to the floor. You can adjust your feet, so maybe they're a little bit wider, so you've got space, that's really weird. Otherwise, maybe you pop a block underneath you so that you feel able to roll back onto the floor. Yep. Once you find your way onto the floor, pop your feet in front, have a little bit of a wriggle. And then maybe those cross-sit get-ups have got you fired up, and you might decide to take a little curled up ball roll and then fly forward to a forward fold. Otherwise, forward fold however you wish. It might be that we rock back and we come forward, taking the weight from our hips into our feet. Maybe. Either way, everyone's in a forward fold, just hanging. We start our flow in earnest. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, right leg. Actually, that's not right. Exhale, come up. All the way up, mountain pose. I can pocket it up and we haven't even started. Inhale, adjust the hands. Exhale, chair. Here we go. Inhale, right leg is going to be on the move, so right tiptoe comes up. Exhale, maybe you've got feet. Maybe you've got socks, so you can slide that foot all the way back in. Inhale as the arms come up, high lunge. Exhale as we turn to the long edge of our mat. Inhale, adjust the feet, sit the hips back. Goddess. Exhale as we come back to stand. Inhale as we swing to the front. Exhale, runner's lunge, palms to the ground. Inhale from runners, step back plank. Exhale, push back down with the single. Inhale, fly forward plank. And exhale, onto your belly. Inhale, just standard locust. Exhale, lower down. Inhale as the hands adjust underneath you. And exhale, downward facing. Inhale, look forward. And exhale, if you're up for a jump, go for it. Otherwise, a nice steady walk forward. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, chair. Inhale, lift the heel of the left foot. Exhale, it goes sliding all the way as long as it can. Oh, I'm stuck. Inhale as the arms come up to meet it. No. Exhale, I should have put on silent. Turn to the wide edge of your mat. Inhale. Goddess, I'm so popular. Exhale, come back to stand. Inhale, shift back through. Exhale, we're in runner's lunge, love in life. Inhale to plank. Exhale, thankfully, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. And exhale onto our bellies. Inhale, standard locust, we're making it a little bit stronger. And exhale, lower down. Inhale, we put the hands underneath our shoulders. And exhale, push up and back. And facing. Inhale, we look forward. And exhale, we decide how we want to travel. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, drop the head, the jaw, the tongue. Inhale, we've done our first flow, so we celebrate it. Flat back, yay! Exhale, chair. Inhale all the way up, we've done one flow already. Amazing. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, throw the arms up. And exhale, mouth. Really control. Inhale as the arms move. Exhale, forward fold. Same start. Inhale, pause, adjusting the feet. Exhaling, chair pose. Inhale, lift the right heel up. Exhale, slide that right foot way, way back. Inhale as the arms come up. Exhale, we move to the long edge of our mat. We've got a little half Skandasana, so a half split, but it's a halfway down as well. At any point, we can adjust the foot. At any point, we can adjust our leg. So now we set the hips back. We're traveling towards the back leg, so the back foot of our mat. Hips back, knee bends, we're halfway down. And then we come back. Exhale. Then come back. Keep going with those and just notice where you're feeling restriction. And if you change where that straight leg is, does it feel a little bit different? Last one. Keep on setting the hips back. Go up to stand on the exhale and spinning round on the inhale. Exhale as we take runner's lunge. Oh, and then inhale plank. I got out of that quick. Exhale, down facing dog. Inhaling plank. Exhaling, knees up or down onto your belly. Inhaling locust. Exhale, lowering locust. Inhale, take the legs a little bit wider than you normally would, so we've got a little bit of abduction through the legs. So wait for the inhale, and then let the inhale lift you up to slightly wider legs. Stay here for the exhale. Lift a little higher on the inhale, and exhale lower down. Inhale as we adjust their hands, and exhale, up and back. Down facing dog. At any point, you can substitute a down dog for a tabletop or whatever you feel like. Either way, inhale, right leg comes up in tabletop or in down dog. On the exhale, it's tiger, but it's tiger with a wide leg. So that leg is going out to the sides of your ribs. Inhale as it comes back. And exhale, step it through. Galloping. Okay. Hands wherever you want, but we're staying here for 5 breaths, which is a while. Torso is at a diagonal. Back heel is lifted. Everything's pointing straight forward. So checking those back toes. Last 3 breaths. Last 2. From here, keep the torso as it is. We're going to bend the back knee. On an exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. Last one. Exhale, bend. Inhale, straighten. From here, shift to the wide, long edge of your mat and drop them. Whatever you feel like here, if we just rest the legs, it might be that one hand stays down, other arm comes up and we take the twist. Maybe we stay there, internally, externally rotate that top arm. Who knows? That just feels really nice today. You can do the other side if you're doing something that's asymmetrical. And drop them hands back. Walk them to the front of your mat. Just downward facing. From here, shorten the stance a little bit. We're going to take some hops. You can, or you can't, or you don't have to. Whatever makes sense for you. If you want to stay in a three-legged dog, great. Maybe lift and lower. Otherwise, look forward, press into the hands, and on an exhale, jump and land. Inhale, re-establish hands and gaze. Exhale, jump and land. Last time, inhale. And exhale. Inhale as both feet come down. And exhale, we walk forward. Inhale as we pause. Exhale, just a chair. Inhale, lift up the left heel, same thing, other side. Exhale, left foot is on the move, travels back. Off the mat, ah! Inhale, take the arms up. And exhale. Long edge of the mat. Set the butt back, knee bends, and straighten. So half Skandasana. Once again, we're in charge of how this straight leg moves in order to support us. Hips are back, the knee bends. Last couple here. Inhale as we come back up to stand, and exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale through to a plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale back through a plank, and exhale onto our bellies. Inhale when you're ready, locust. Exhale, lower it down. Inhale, take the feet a little bit wider, legs a little bit wider than you normally would. Wait for the inhale to lift you. Exhale as we stay really nice, getting some lift of those thighs. Stay for the next inhale. And then exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, we find the hands. Exhale as we push up and back, downward facing dog. I'm going to take tabletop because I like it. Inhale. Left leg comes up. Tabletop or downward facing dog. We've got a left leg lift. On the exhale, it's tiger, but the leg is coming out to the side. Just like Skandasana, inhale, it goes back. Exhale, shoot it through. Galloping horse. Arms wherever you want. If you want a bit more, they can be by the ears. I'm absolutely not going to do that today. And we stay in galloping horse for 3 breaths. Spreading the feet, spreading the toes. Front knee stays over the ankle. And the torso is that lovely diagonal line. We check that everything's facing forward. I'm just telling you on this, so it takes your mind off the agony that is galloping horse. Last 2 breaths. Notice my hand, I've just got movements. Last inhale. Stay as we are, but bend to the back knee. Straighten it. Bend on the exhale. Inhale to straighten it. Exhale. Inhale, last one. Exhale. Inhale. Oh, go wide. Exhale. Dangle down. Adjust the feet so that it makes sense. And then whatever felt nice last time, go ahead. Ooh, choose something different. A twist might feel really nice for the spine at this point. Maybe that little internal external rotation. Back. When you're ready, take it back, downward facing dog. Absolutely same as before if you want. We've got those 3 hops. 4, 3 breaths, or 3 of whatever. I'm going to take 3 of whatever. If you're taking hops, on the inhale, set the hands, set the gaze. And on the powerful exhale, jump and land. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, down. Once those 3s of whatever you've been doing finished, make your way into a forward fold and stay there. From your forward fold, that's 2 complete flows. So we half salute as we remember it. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, chair. Yay, 2 flows. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands into the heart. Inhale, arms sweep up. And exhale, Namaste. Inhale as the arms adjust. Exhale, forward fold. Okay. Inhale to pause. Exhale, come up. Chair pose, same start. Inhale, right heel lifts. Exhale, send it all the way back. High lunge. Arms are up on the inhale. As we exhale, we turn to the long edge of our mat. And we maybe Skandasana towards the back of our mat. Maybe. It might be that we get halfway. It might be that we get all the way and can't get up and use our hands. Totally amazing. We set the hips back, we bend the back knee, and we change and shift the weight. Once there, we can use our hands to press down to lift us up, or we can press down with the foot and lift us back up. Either way, on that exhale, runner's lunge. Inhale into a plank. Exhale into downward. Inhale into a plank on the move. And exhale onto your belly. Oh, I'm definitely joining you for this one. Inhale. Cobra. Maybe we just spend 5 minutes in Cobra. Who doesn't love Cobra? In Cobra, keep the elbows bent so there's a little bit more opportunity for the muscles to work. And then just let it go. Take the arms and reposition them so they feel super powerful. And then exhale, downward facing. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, tiger into that weird position. Inhale, 3-legged. Exhale, how are we back in runner's lunge? But we are in runner's lunge. You didn't think it could get runner's lunge? Galloping horse. In galloping horse, you didn't think it could get worse, but it can. Push down through with those front toes, front heel of the foot. So that front heel can lift, but stay in galloping horse. Imagine the inner thighs are just squeezing a little bit closer together. Last couple of breaths. On an exhale, lower the heel and straighten up that leg for a second. Inhale, rebend it. On an exhale, allow that back to round. Inhale, take it back up, galloping horse. Exhale, back drapes over. Inhale, galloping horse. Exhale to drape. Inhale. Last one, exhale to drape. Inhaling. From here, shift the weight back so you can exhale, come to a stand. Whew. You want to shake through the wrists, maybe have a little hip tap. There's galloping mouse. Galloping ass. They are. I'm going to rename it. All right, now hold the beastly. Now I know where everyone was complaining Monday. From here, we're in mountain pose. Palms of the hands are open. Chest is nice and easy. Breathing's just recovered slightly. Left leg is going to stay, right knee is going to be on the move. From here, we're going to come into a half squat, but from standing. So press down through the left leg. Lift the right knee up. Take it a little bit closer in. Turn it out so it's in a squat position. And imagine the sole of the foot is pressing into the ground. And then just have a little check. Where's your active range of motion? Take a couple of breaths. And then lower the knee down. And we're going to open up this leg into warrior two. Oh. Inhale as we drop the arms in warrior two and adjust the feet. Exhale, just soften. Inhale as we pause. And on the exhale, close the twist towards the left hand side and bend the back knee. Oh. Stay here for a couple of breaths. Hands against the front. Now we're facing dog if you want to. At this point, I'm still happy to be in a tabletop. If you want, we've still got those 3 hops on offer. You might say yes, please, to the hopping buffet. You might decide if you do. How do I feel? You choose. Finish whatever 3 things you were doing, find your way back into a full flow, just down with it. Allow the head to be heavy and the mouth just to slightly open as we prepare it. Second side. On the exhale, chair. On an inhale, the left leg is on the move, so lift the left heel. Exhale, it slides way back into a high lunge. Inhale as we adjust the arm. Exhale, we spin to the wide edge of our mat. And inhale, we set the hips back and think about Skandasana. Maybe as we come to sit back, there's a little bit more room, and we might find ourselves in Skandasana. If like me, the heel pops up in Skandasana, it's maybe an ankle calf issue. It's going to be that much harder for you to come up. So if your heel has popped up, I suggest you use your hands, press down into the ground. So lift yourself up. Exhaling. Inhale into it. Exhale down. Inhale into it. And exhale through your belly. I don't know why I did big knees up just right. Inhale, make this little cobra. Cobra. Whenever your next exhale, should bring it back. Lying down the hill on the tabletop. Inhale, left leg lifts through leg. And exhale, it moves to the side. Tiger. Inhale. Exhale, galloping horse. All right. Challenge the legs. Make sure everything's front and forward, facing forward. Front knee over the ankle. Push through the toes, the ball of the foot, as you lift the heel up. You're still in galloping horse. Inner thighs get to work, back glute gets to work, feet get to work. And then you find a calf. Last couple of reps. And then drop that heel down, straighten the leg for a second. Rebend it. Exhale, we round the back. Inhale, gallop. Exhale, forward. Inhale, gallop. Excellent. Last one. In. Shift the weight back so that on the exhale, we can fly forward into a stand. Adjust the shoulders. Maybe find a little bit of a hip tap or a knee tap or a little stroke or press. Whatever feels nice. It's probably, that area probably doesn't want to talk to you right now. Left leg is going to be on a move, so right foot will be strong and steady, press into it. On the exhale, we lift the right knee close into the chest. And then turn it out a little bit, like out a little bit, so it's in that squat position. And just stay here, finding an active range of motion. Try and keep the spine upright. There's a tendency for it to want to curl in, but keep it as upright as you can. That might mean the knee has to lower flexibility-wise from this, maybe as opposed to being strong. On the inhale, take the knee down to hip level, and then we're going to open out to the side, land it, roll you two. Exhale the arms straight down around two. We stay for the inhale. And on the exhale, we pick everything up, spin towards that front foot as we drop the back knee. Almost there. Almost there. Right. Last thing. Breath is steady and nice and focused. If you want, you can take 3 more hops. You're in your own space. Maybe you have a wall. It might be that it makes sense for you to come and have some more play for the next minute and a half. So I'll leave a minute and a half for you to do whatever you want. And then come and find you in a minute and a half to restore. And yeah. So we'll play possibly, all those hops might have been leading towards the wall. It might be that you stay hopping for a minute and a half. That would be horrendous. It might be that you want to. All day. We set up just like we do a hop. We just factor in where our bums are going to be. I like to take my hands a little bit wider and turn them out slightly so I've got a little bit more space, because all of you know me. No, my shoulder flexion is good. It is here. So in order for my hands, when they're on the floor, to be stacked below my hips, what has to happen is there has to be an arch for me. So I take my hands a little bit turned out, so I've got a little bit more space in my shoulders, but that might not be the case for you. Either way, we shorten the stance, we look where we're going to go, we press in, and we take a decent hop to get us to the wall. Always not expecting to find balance there. If you find balance nice, you can hang out and try not to panic. If you found the wall, great. Once there, just have a little breathe. I think that's probably about time. So come and rest. That flow is pretty leg heavy. It's not leg heavy, leg heavy. If you have got a wall, then legs at the wall might be absolutely lovely. If you haven't got a wall, you can use the same kind of idea, just allowing gravity to change by coming to place a block underneath your sacrum as the feet dangle in the air. So entirely your choice where you want to be. Legs up the wall for a second, or block underneath you. Knees can come in, legs can be somewhat straight depending on hamstring availability. But wherever you are, just imagine the whole bone is kind of plugged in, so it's heavier. And if you want, you can always put the knees close together so there's another area of support. And try and be quiet as long as possible. Oh gosh. Very gently. Spend as long with legs up in the air or that supports you. When you're ready, you can make your way back into the mat, arms come down. And then take a twist. So from here, you can lift off of the ground, slide the hips away from the side with the twist to. So we're in a seat position. Lift the feet up. Twist. If you want a little bit more of a sensation to the hip, which you might feel is really wet. When we come out of this initial twist, I'll give you another option. Come out on the exhale, imagine having everything in. And then land the feet back down. Keep it in that seat position if you want that slightly, it's not a deeper twist, so it is a deeper twist, but we're trying to get into the side of it. And simply cross the legs. From here, take the feet off the ground, and then once again, come into a twist. It might be you need a block up underneath the legs because the twist of them become intense. The side away from the feet, shift the hips to the other side. Leg twist and put it. And stay with those for as long as you wish. some point it might be really lovely just to check in at the front of the center of the body and just have a little Skandasana, so soles of the feet together and knees wide. As you release all the muscles. Hands where it feels comfortable. It might be very nice kind of on the lower belly so you can breathe into it. Once the body just feels, to me, that's just like a change of pace. It's just like gone from running uphill to a within stroll. 5 or 6 minutes before the hour mark. Normally on a Monday we have that 6-7 minutes for our meditation, so it might be that as a chat, you get comfortable and make sure that you've hydrated, that temperature is okay in the room, you've got whatever you might need for meditation. And if you've got a playlist, this might be a perfect opportunity just to go and love it. And settle yourself into meditation. And I'm going to leave you. Oh, men's company meditation, that's a practice. And I'm going to leave you to your own practice. So you can choose a length of meditation or Skandasana.